So welcome to all of you Shiksha 360, and today we will discuss the case study number 22, that is basically maculae duration. Clear? That is basically based on the maculae duration. Clear? As we have already discussed in the session, clear, maculae duration and there one or two numericals. Clear? So today let's discuss one same numerical question on that is basically in the form of case study. Clear? So here what they have given. Here initially they have given us the par value, that is basically we can treat this as a coupon value. Rupees 100 and coupon rate is to be 10%. Yield is to be 4%. Clear? Here they have written one word SA. So what is the meaning of SA? Basically it represents the semi-annual. Clear? Here SA represents the basically semi-annual. Clear? Here they have written one word, that is SA. So SA basically represents the semi-annual. And maturity is in years. Basically maturity is equal to maturity, here it is to be 3 years. Clear? So here what we have given, the par value is rupees 100, coupon rate is to be 10%, yield is to be 4%, and maturity is to be years, that is 3 years. Clear? So what we have to do, first what we have to do here, basically we have to do rate is to be half, so coupon rate is to be 5%. Clear? So what is the coupon value, or basically which we represent also as a cash flow, is to be 5% of 100, that is rupees 5. Time duration, basically we have also to do time duration is equal to 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Clear? So what is the value of the present value is equal to basically future value upon 1 plus r power n. Clear? Future value, basically how we can get, basically 1 plus r power n. Clear? Basically we have to do step by step. Clear? Basically we have to do step by step calculation here. So how we can find, first of all, what is the r? Clear? So r here is equal to, actually this is 4%, but we have to take it to speed 2%. Clear? Because this is semi-annual. Clear? As some students are saying that, sir, we are taking it as annual. Clear? That's why I will give that question. Clear? That's why I will give that question, because as we have already discussed the annually question in the class. Clear? Annual question in the class, but we have not discussed semi-annual question. Clear? And I think all of you are also not, many of you are aware, but many of you are not aware that SA basically means that semi-annual. Clear? So now let's try. R is equal to 2% because it is semi-annual. So 1 upon 1 plus R. This is to be 2%, so it comes out to 0.02. 1 plus 0.02. Okay. So R, basically how we can calculate this factor. Clear? So 1 upon 1 plus 0.02. It's to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? Because it basically we have to calculate 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First 5 times this is to be 5, and last time this is to be 105. 1 plus 0.02 power 6. Clear? So hope up to this much point it is clear to all of you. So let's little bit, we can go through that table. Clear? Check that table. I will help you to understand. This is basically semi-annual period. 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Cash flow, which I already tell you, basically 5% of 100. Similar pattern. It is to 5 for first time, it is to 5. And for the last time, basically it is to be complete value 100 plus 5. 105. Overall it comes out to be 130. Clear? Overall it comes out to be 130. So now what is the discount factor? Clear, here one comes out to be basically what is discount factor. So basically 1 upon 1 plus 0.02. So basically when we are going to calculate 1 upon 1 plus 0.02, basically we will get here 0.980. Similarly, when 1 upon 1 plus 0.02 whole square, 1 divided by 1.02 whole square. So basically in that case, we will get 0.961. Clear, 0.961. Clear. So basically this is the table of that whole value. Clear, this is the table of that whole value. So next one, basically how we can calculate the present value. Clear, basically how we can calculate the present value here. Clear. So present value, basically how we can calculate here, it is to be, so I think all of you are aware, basically present value is equal to cash flow upon 1 plus point R. So this is the factor given. When we going to multiply into this one, clear, multiply this one into this one, clear, we will get this one 0.980 into 5. Clear. So basically we will get here 4.90. Similarly 0.961 into 5, this comes up to 4.81. Next one, basically 0.942 into 5, 4.71. Clear. 0.924 into 5, 4.62. 0.906 into 5, 4.53. Okay. And this one into this one. Okay. So basically some students having doubts are basically how we can get to the discount factor. Clear, how we can get the discount factor. Basically discount factor is nothing. Even if you are not writing this one, clear, even if you are not writing this one, basically discount factor, which we basically for more clearance, they will write here. Discount factor is equal to 1 upon 1 plus R power n. Clear. Similarly, they will basically take more steps. Clear. 1 plus R 0.02 for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear. 6 times basically this is m for 1. So 1 plus 1.02, this comes out to 0.980. Clear. So this is basically the discount factor. Clear. This is basically the discount factor which we are going to calculate here. Clear. This is basically the discount factor which we are going to calculate here. Hope this point is clear to all of you. Clear. Basically from where we will get the discount factor. Okay. So basically when we are going to add all these values, clear. So we will get 116.80. Clear. 116.80. And in that, clear, basically in the class, basically what we have to do next step, basically just what we have to do in the class, basically in that step, basically we have to do this one into this one. Clear. Basically we have to do multiply this one. Basically we have to do in that, basically multiply directly. Clear. Present value into the time. Clear. Present value into the time. Clear. Like 4.90 into 0.5. Clear. Basically we will get 2.45. Clear. Similarly in the next case, basically 4.81. Clear. Basically in that way, basically we are trying to solve in the class. Clear. So we will doing in the same way. But here what we have to calculate, basically here the macular duration. Clear. Here we have to calculate the macular duration. Clear. So we can use both ways. Clear. Basically we can use both ways. Clear. So basically what we have to do, basically we have to do this one, 4.90 multiplied by 0.5. 4.90 multiplied by 0.5. Clear. So basically we will get here 2.45. Okay. Second one, 4.81 multiplied by 1, this comes out to 4.81. Third, 4.71 multiplied by 1.5, this comes out to be 7.065. Fourth one, 4.62 multiplied by 2, this comes out to be 9.24. Next one, 4.53 multiplied by 2.54. This comes out to be basically 11.325. Last one is basically 93.24 into 3. This comes out to basically 279.72. So when we are going to add all these values, clear? So basically how much we will get? Plus 9.24 plus 7.065 plus 4.81 plus 2.45. Clear? So basically we will get here basically how much value? Please tell fast also. We will get here basically 314.61. Clear? Basically here we will get 3.4161. Clear? 3.4161. So hope this is clear to all of you basically how we can this value. Clear? Basically we will use the same concept here. Clear? Basically we will use the same concept here which we have used in the class. Clear? So we can calculate the present value, and from the present value we can get this first value. Clear? So basically how we can calculate the macular duration. Clear? Macular duration we will calculate like this one is T3. This is to be T2. So macular duration basically we can calculate T3 by T2. So T3 here is to be 314.61 divided by T2 is basically 116.80. So 314.61 divided by 116.80, it comes out to basically 2.693. Clear? It comes out to basically 2.693. That is basically we will also get it here. This is little bit more calculative method, so that's why we will not use, we will directly use this method. Clear? We will directly use this method. So basically we will get here 2.693. Clear? Basically we will get 2.693. That is basically our macular duration. So our answer is to be option number B. Clear? Option number B, as which we have already discussed. This is our answer. Clear? This is our answer. That is macular duration is to be 2.693. Clear? So now next question. Clear? Now next question which we have to understand here, that is basically move toward that question. Basically calculate the modified duration. Clear? Very straightforward question. Basically how to calculate the modified duration. So modified duration. So how we can calculate? Modified duration is equal to duration upon one plus YTM divided by N, where N is the number of periods. Basically like for the annual it is to be 1, for the semi-annual it is to be 2, for the quarterly it is to be 4. Clear? So let's start. All the information is given here. So what is the modified? So basically we can go duration which we have already calculated 2.693. 1 plus YTM is equal to 4%. So we will take here it is to be 4 upon N is equal to point. Basically N is equal to 2. Clear? So basically it is 2%. So that is basically 0.02. So 2.693. Clear? 2.693 divided by 1.02. It comes out to basically 2.640. Clear? It comes out to basically 2.6401. Or as basically here we have not find 2.640. So basically we will move toward the 2.641 is our answer. Clear? 2.641 is our answer. Clear? So this is the answer. Yes, option number first of the second question. Clear? So I think this calculation, clear, what we have done here in the first question, it is clear to all of you. Basically calculate the macular duration of the bond. Clear? This is the important. First of all, it is basically given SA. SA basically means that semi-annual period. Clear? Next one basically which we have to calculate the cash flow or coupon, which we have already in that done basically in the class. Clear? Similarly, next factor is discount factor. Clear? This term here we have introduced the new term. Clear? But I will tell you basically discount factor is nothing. Basically it is basically this part. Clear? Basically 1 upon 1 plus R power N. Clear? Discount factor is nothing. Clear? For more easier, clear, basically for more easier calculation they have written this way. Clear? Now next one basically we have to calculate the present value, and from that basically we have got the T3. Clear? From the T3 divided by T2 basically we will get the modified duration. Clear? Sorry, macular duration. Clear? And when we will get the macular duration, basically from that, basically we can easily got it the modified duration. So clear, basically this is the macular duration and modified duration. Now next question, basically question number, this is the directly question number 2 is directly formula based question, very straightforward question. Now move to the question number 3rd. If the yield changes to 2.20%, clear, earlier yield is to be 2% here, for semiannual it is to be 2% here, now it is changes to be 2.20%. So basically how much change is to be given, basically 0.20. Clear, basically how much change is to be given here, basically 0.20. 0.20% changes to be the given here. Clear. So what will be the percentage change in value of bond? So what will be the percentage change in the value of the bond? Clear. So here let's understand basically what will be the percentage change in the value of the bond. Clear. Basically we have to understand here. So basically how we can calculate here? Basically percentage change in the value of the bond. Clear. Basically we can get this with the help of the modified duration, which we have already discussed. Clear, which we have already discussed in the theoretical session. So percentage change in value of bond. Clear, percentage change in value of bond. Basically how we can calculate, basically it is equal to modified duration into change in yield. So basically how we can get percentage change? Clear, basically modified duration, which we have already calculated, 2.641. How much change? Basically 0.20. Clear. So please try that. 2.641 multiplied by 0.20. It comes out to basically 0.5282%. Clear, 0.5282%. So basically we will get option number this one. Clear, 0.52%. Clear. So basically we will move with the this option, basically 0.52%. Clear. Basically this will be the percentage change in the value of the bond. Clear. Basically this will be the percentage change in the value of the bond. Clear. So basically till now, basically we have discussed 3 questions. First one is here, basically macular duration. Second one is the modified duration. Third question, which we have already discussed here, is the percentage change in the value of the bond. Now we will move towards the question number 4. Hope all these questions are clear to all of you. Clear. Hope all these questions are basically clear to all of you. Clear. So question number 4 here is to be basically, we have given coupon value, coupon rate, yield, maturity. So what will be the change in the value of the bond? Clear. Basically what will be the change in the value of the bond? So basically how much change is the value of the bond? Clear. Basically here we have to calculate the value of the bond. Clear. Basically here first of all we have to calculate the value of the bond. So value of the bond, basically we will calculate basically like 5 upon 1 plus r power n, which we have done in the previous question. Clear. Which we have already done. I will check here, basically this one. Clear. That is value of the bond. Here we have not done. Clear. So we will have to calculate here. Clear. Value of the bond, which we have already discussed. Clear. In the previous case study. Clear. Basically how we can calculate the value of the bond. Clear. Like we have to add all these values. Clear. One by one we have to add all these values till last one. 1 plus r power 1 plus 1 plus r power 2, 1 plus r power 3, 1 plus r power 4. Clear. So in this way, basically we have to calculate the bond value. Clear. So here what they are asking. Clear. Basically here what they are asking. Basically they are asking what is the change in the value. Clear. What is the change in the value of the bond? Basically we have already discussed. Basically 0.52%. Clear? Basically 5.52%. Basically value of the bond, basically which we are going to calculate. After calculation, we will get 943.37. Clear? 943.37. Clear? So basically how much change? Basically 0.252% of 949.37. 949.37 into 949.37 into 0.52, which comes out to basically 4.94%. Clear? Basically 4.94%. Clear? Basically this is the value change in the value. Clear? Basically it will change only 0.52%. Clear? Basically we have to calculate according to that. Clear? We have to calculate according to that, basically how much it will change. Clear? How much it will change. Clear? If some students are facing issue, basically how we can get this value, we will discuss one question on that. Clear? We will discuss one question on that, basically how we are able to calculate this question. Clear? Basically I will post the solution. Clear? I will post the solution of that in the group. Clear? So that you are able to understand. Clear? Basically here just it is not. Basically here you will understand that basically the value of the bond is to be 949.37. Clear? 949.37. Clear? You can assume. Clear? Basically I will give you the way, basically how it will calculate. Clear? How it will calculate. Clear? This is basically the value of the bond. Clear? I will send you the return solution. Clear? How we can calculate the value of the bond, this one. Clear? So basically if you can assume that the value of the bond is to be 949.37, so basically the answer will be 0.25%. Clear? 5.52%. Clear? This is basically the change in the value of the bond. Clear? This is basically the change in the value of the bond. That basically how we can get. Clear? How we can get here. Clear? How we can get here. Clear? I will post the solution. Clear? Handwritten solution, basically how we can get this value. Clear? Bond. Clear? If we have given all this value, clear, we have already discussed. Clear? We have already discussed in the class, basically how we can calculate the bond. Clear? In the first part 1 of your chapter, you can go through that. Chapter number 11, basically we have already discussed how we can calculate the value of the bond. Clear? Basically how we can calculate the value of the bond, I will tell you here, basically the way. Clear? Basically how we can calculate that one. As we have already discussed, basically present value is equal to. Clear? So basically here we can get the value of the bond. Clear? Basically it is 6 times we have to add that, and basically we will get the value of the bond. Clear? Basically then we can get the value of the bond like this one. This is the way. So basically what we have to do here. Clear? This one upon this one. This one is the present cash value. We have to this one. Clear? I will explain. Clear? As it is, there will little more calculation, so I will explain in the group. Clear? So that is basically here they will change basically how much change in the value of the bond. Basically if the value of the bond is to be 949.37, so basically we will get the 4.94. Clear? Basically we will get the value of the bond change in the bond 4.94. Clear? Basically one concept here is to left, basically how we can calculate the bond, I will explain in the another question. Clear? So now next one, basically what will be the new value of the bond. Clear? What will be the new value of the bond? As you know, basically the actual value of the bond is 949.37. Clear? Actual value of the bond, which we have already know, basically 949.37. So basically how much change is basically, which we have already calculated in the previous question number 4. Basically the value, how much changes to basically 4.94. So if we subtract 4.94 from this one, clear, so basically we will get this one. Clear? So that is basically the new value of the bond. Clear? That is basically the new value of the bond. Clear? So question number 5th answer is option number A, that is 944.43. Clear? 944.43. Clear? This is the new value of the bond. Clear? This will basically the new value of the bond. Clear? So in this way, basically we have discussed 5 questions in the session. Here, I think all of you are able to understand basically how we can calculate the macular duration, modified duration, and if there is any changes on that. Clear? So here only one question we have left. Clear? Here only one question we have left, which we have to understand. That is basically how we can get this 949.37. Clear? How we can get basically this 949.37. Clear? Basically, from here also we can get the value of the bond, basically this one. But this is basically with respect to the semi-annual. Clear? This is basically with respect to the semi-annual. Clear? So please wait, not an issue. I will try to explain. Clear? Basically how we can get basically present value of bond. Basically here we have 116.80. Clear? 116.80. Basically as we have going to calculate. Clear? Clear? But there is little bit more concept here which I will tell you. Clear? Basically which I will tell you. Clear? Basically the answers. Clear? The answers in the examination. Clear? Basically these answers. Clear? Basically this answer they have calculated. Clear? With the respect to the not semi-annual, with the respect to the annual. Clear? With the respect to the annual. Clear? Here one point is to be missing, that is with respect to the annual. Clear? And if they are clear, bond of the value, this is basically with respect to the annual. And if they are asking with the respect to the semi-annual, clear? With respect to the semi-annual, clear? So basically which we have already this one. Clear? Which we have already this one. Clear? Semi-annual. Clear? Semi-annual. There is a little bit confusion basically here, little bit change. Clear? Here actually I will forgot to change, that is basically with respect to the annual. Clear? Here they will ask with respect to the annual. Clear? In that basically they will change the yield, that is with respect to the annual. We have to calculate the bond value. Clear? That's why. Otherwise if we have to calculate the semi-annual, clear? So semi-annual basically 0.52%. 0.52% of basically what? 116 point, which we have already calculated, basically 116.80. So that is basically, if we can 0.52 into 116.80, we will get here basically 6.07. Clear? This is the answer. If we can get the value of the bond with respect to the semi-annual. Clear? This with the semi-annual. Clear? That is the change. Clear? So we can get also 116.80 minus 6.07. So we will get the answer is to be basically 110.73. Clear? Which they have not given. Otherwise we have to take the none if they have to calculate with the semi-annual, and if they have to calculate with the annual time. Clear? Yield annual. So this is the answer. Clear? This is the answer. Clear? So here there will be error, basically this one, this is to be calculated with respect to the annually, not semi-annually. Clear? This is also with respect to the annually. Clear? Hope this is clear to all of you. Clear? Basically the bond value is to basically we have to calculate the annually, and the rest question, which is the first three question, we have to calculate with respect to the semi-annual. Clear? With respect to the semi-annual. Clear? Even if they ask the bond value with respect to the semi-annual, so basically this is our answer because we have already calculated the bond value, basically 116.80. Clear? And similarly on the basis of that, basically how much change is the value, basically what will be the new value. So basically we have to subtract 116.80 minus 6.07. Clear? So basically we will get the answer this one. Clear? 110.73. Clear? Hope this case study is clear to all of you. Basically only one thing which we have confused here, basically many students are, that is basically the value of the bond. Clear? Value of the bond. Clear? In the first question, first three question we have to solve with the semi-annual. Clear? Basically in the fourth question, what they will change, basically little bit change in the question, that is basically we have to do with the annual. Clear? Basically we have to calculate the value of the bond with respect to the annual. Clear? So that's why basically I have changed here. Basically I have not checked, that is basically semi-annual, that is basically with respect to the annual. Clear? So it depends upon the question to question. Clear? Basically my motive here is to basically you can understand the concept. Clear? Basically you can understand the concept here, basically what is the main concept here. Clear? What is the main concept here. Clear? Hope this is clear to all of you. So thanks to all of you for watching this video, and if you have any issue, any doubt, then we can provide you one more case study, you can try to solve that. So thanks to all of you for attending this session.